The movie begins. Eric and Tanya arrive at a hotel. It's Eric's birthday, and Tanya has planned a surprise party just for the two of them. Eric is touched. No one has ever organized a birthday party for him before. He thanks Tanya from the bottom of his heart. They open a bottle of champagne, pour it into glasses, and toast. Music plays in the background as they dance together, enjoying the romantic atmosphere. But suddenly Eric clutches his chest in pain and collapses onto the bed. Tanya is shocked and frozen in fear, unsure of what to do. Just then, Eric's wife Stacy calls, but no one answers. At the same time, Tanya's husband, Usman, also tries calling her, but she ignores the call. The hotel receptionist calls the room to ask if they need anything, but Tanya calmly responds that they're fine. In a panic, Tanya checks Eric's pulse and raises his arm to confirm whether he's dead. Realizing the gravity of the situation, she decides to flee the hotel. As she heads for the exit, the receptionist notices her unusual behavior and alerts the hotel manager. The manager contacts security, instructing them not to let anyone leave the premises. Tanya gets into her car ready to leave, but the watchman informs her that no one is allowed to exit the compound. Meanwhile, the receptionist, still concerned, uses a spare key to open the hotel room. Inside, they find Eric lying unconscious on the bed. The manager checks his heartbeat. It's still faint. He immediately orders the receptionist to call an ambulance. Eric is rushed to a nearby hospital. Stacy, his wife, is informed and drives there in a panic. Doctors tell her that Eric is in a coma. Tests have been conducted, and they are awaiting results, but they believe he will recover. The doctor also mentions that Eric was found in a hotel, and if she wants more details, she should check with the hotel management. Confused, Stacy questions why her husband was at a hotel when his flight was scheduled for 5 hours earlier. At the hotel, she sees the room decorated with balloons and champagne. It doesn't look like a business meeting at all. Stacy later goes to the police station and confronts Tanya. Tanya insists she didn't poison or harm Eric. She tearfully confesses that she and Eric had been in a relationship for 5 years. Stacy is stunned. She and Eric had only been married for 3 years, and she had suffered 3 consecutive miscarriages during that time. Tanya says their relationship was complicated. Stacy warns her that even though Eric isn't dead, she's still not off the hook. Back home, Stacy receives a call saying someone anonymously paid Eric's entire hospital bill. Tanya's lawyer visits her and informs her that the police won't release her because Eric hasn't woken up to give his statement. Without his version of the events, they have to keep her under watch. Tanya pleads with the lawyer not to let her husband Usman find out what's happening. The lawyer goes to Tanya's house and finds Usman there. He lies, saying he was passing by and noticed the lights on. He claims Tanya told him she was traveling to South Africa for treatment. Usman, surprised, says his own flight to America was canceled, and he wonders why Tanya would keep such a big medical procedure from him. Meanwhile, Stacy calls Layla, Eric's personal secretary, asking if she knows anything about Eric's whereabouts or who paid his hospital bills. Layla claims she doesn't know, but in truth, she's the one who paid the bill. Luckily, Eric recovers and is discharged from the hospital. On the way home, the radio plays a relationship segment. The host says, "When a woman loves, she gives 100%. When a man betrays that love, it drops to 0. That's when she smiles while she's unhappy, stays quiet when she's angry. Such a woman is capable of killing." At home, Stacy prepares Eric's favorite meal. Though he hesitates, she insists he eat. As he does, she calmly asks, "What if we died today?" She reveals that while she's hurt, Eric cheated on her. What pains her the most is the suspicion that he may have been responsible for her miscarriages. Eric is furious. He insists he had nothing to do with the miscarriages and yells that he shouldn't have to live in fear in his own house. Suddenly, he clutches his chest again, and this time, he dies on the spot. Usman confronts Tanya when she returns home, asking why she lied about being sick and going to South Africa. Tanya claims she went for fertility treatment because they've been unable to tried to reach Eric's family, but all their numbers are unreachable. After Eric's funeral, Layla visits Stacy to offer her condolences. Then the police arrive with autopsy results. Stacy assumes Eric died of a heart attack, but the officers inform her that he was poisoned with a slow-acting substance called RDB. It can take weeks or even months to kill. They ask if anyone close to Eric might have had a motive to kill him. Layla confesses that she and Eric had been secretly married for 8 months and that she is pregnant with his child. She even presents a marriage certificate. Stacy is devastated and throws her out. Stacy contacts her lawyer to verify the marriage and investigate. The lawyer confirms the marriage certificate is genuine and that Eric legally transferred all his properties, cars, house, and company, to Layla. Stacy is shocked, claiming she never signed anything. Everything she owns came from her father. Stacy calls Tanya and threatens to expose her to Usman unless she tells her the truth about Eric's background and family. They agree to meet. At the meeting, Stacy brings a gun. Tanya reveals that Eric truly loved her and that she was a turning point in his life. They had met 6 years ago through her cousin Jude, Eric's best friend. Jude disapproved of their relationship, so Tanya married Usman instead, though she remained in love with Eric. She then reveals the shocking truth. Eric was a criminal, a former armed robber. He married Stacy to defraud her after learning she had inherited wealth from her deceased parents. Every time Stacy became pregnant, Eric secretly poisoned her to cause miscarriages. Tanya adds that Eric's entire family was killed in a police shootout during a robbery, and he only survived because he had traveled using her passport. As for Layla, Tanya explains that she was just a fling. She had blackmailed Eric with intimate photos to get a job. She was never pregnant, and the marriage was fake. The police searched Tanya's house, now investigating everyone close to Eric. Usman discovers Tanya's affair and realizes she lied about her travels. If his flight hadn't been canceled, he would never have known. Stacy confronts Layla again and finds her lawyer with her. She accuses them of conspiracy and reveals that the lawyer only became Eric's legal representative 4 months after Layla was hired. She suspects foul play and vows to uncover the truth. Days later, Layla meets her best friend Eve while searching for a house. Eve confesses she's with a sugar daddy who is terminally ill. Layla proposes helping Eve secure half of the man's estate, promising to arrange a fake marriage certificate. They finalize the scam. But after everything is done, Eve tricks Layla. She records the whole scheme and sends it to Stacy as evidence. She then demands her share of the profits. Stacy confronts the lawyer with the evidence, warning him of the consequences. After she leaves, the lawyer contacts Layla, who remains calm, promising to come up with a plan. She then calls Usman, revealing that he was part of their scheme all along. Usman suggests they kill the lawyer before he talks. The final scenes show Layla and Usman being arrested and taken to the police station as Stacy watches. The police inform her that although they killed the lawyer, he left behind a video confession detailing the entire conspiracy. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.